Hello guys and welcome back. So now in this video we're gonna fix the issue in which when the game starts, okay, and if there are two players online in the room, then we can control both of the players. So we actually don't want that. We just want to control our own player, or okay, our own local player. So in order to do that, in the game folder, open up the scripts folder, then the connection folder, and right here, create a new C# script by the name of player setup. Alright, then let's click on resources, open up this player, and then to this player, we're gonna drag and drop this script at the top. Then let's open it up. Alright, and right here at the top, we're gonna add the pun library. So type using photon dot pun. Alright. After this, we will remove this start and update method, and at the top, we will be making a reference to the player movement script. Alright, name this as player movement. Okay, then let's make a reference to one more script, which will be the input manager. So, name this as input manager. Then after this, we need a reference to our animator manager script. Then to the player manager, then to the weapon switch. Alright, and as you know that we name this script as weapon switcher, so I'm just gonna change this right here to weapon switcher. Alright, and you can also change this to weapon switcher as well. Then we need a reference to our camera manager, so add a reference to that. Alright, and that will be it. Then let's create a method right down below. Name this as is local player. Alright, so if it is the local player, then the player movement script will be enabled. Alright, also the input manager script will also be enabled, and the same for the other three scripts. Alright, weapon switcher dot enable equals to true, and also we're gonna enable our camera as well, so we will say camera dot set active. Let's set it to true. Alright, so now what we are doing right here, as you know that when both of the player spawn inside the game, then our own local player and the other player, as you know that both of them has the scripts and the camera. So of course, from our PC, we don't want to control that other player. We only want to control our local player. So now what we're gonna do is, first of all, we're gonna disable all of these scripts. Alright, and then if it is the local player, then only for the local player we will enable the scripts and also the camera. Alright, and in this way we will be able to control our player. So let me save this and get back right here. Here is the player setup script. Alright, in all of them you can drag and drop each of the scripts. So player movement, input manager, then animator manager, then the player manager script, then the weapon switcher, and then the camera. For the camera we just gonna drag and drop the whole camera manager. Alright, so make sure that you do that. Okay, now we need to disable all of these scripts. So weapon switcher, input manager, player movement, player manager, and that's it. The animator manager will be as it is. Then also you need to disable the camera manager script as well. I mean the camera manager whole game object. Make sure that you disable that. Alright, so now when the game starts and both of the players spawns, then as you know that on our player we have this photon view, and by this we deduct that if it is our player or the other online player. So if it is our local player, then for the local player we will enable these scripts and the camera, or else we will not. Alright. And of course, if that other player is playing for his own PC, then on that PC, that player is the local player. So for that player, these scripts will be enabled, and then for us, it will be disabled. I mean, according to the other player PC. Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, we will not be testing it because one thing is remaining. For that, you will have to open up the room manager, and now right here, when we spawn the player, as I told you, we will be enabling that scripts and the camera only for the local player. So in order to do that, as you know that right here, we have the reference to the local player. Alright, so we're gonna get the player setup script from the local player. So we will say underscore player dot get component. We want to get the player setup script, and from this player setup script we want to call the is local player method. So once you do that, then you can just go ahead and build your game using the control B button and start it from the Unity as well. And now if you notice, if we control our own local player, as you can see, we are just controlling our own player and the other player is not moving. Alright, and now if we switch to the other player, alright, as you can see from this, we can control this player as well, as you can see. Alright, if we check it from the other screen, here it is. And also you can check this players as well. As you can see, this is our own player, the local player. As you can see, is mine in the photon view is true. Alright, so it means this is our player and this is the other player. So as you can see, for that player, all of these things are disabled. And from this view, if you check it, as you can see, the animations is not showing in our own local player view, and also the same for the next player. Okay, the animations are not playing, as you can see, but don't worry, we will be syncing this across the network, and also we'll be syncing the weapons as well. For example, if we take out our rifle, as you can see, the other player can't see the rifle. Alright, so we're gonna fix this issue as well. Alright, because the weapons and animations right now is not syncing. Okay, so now with this done, let's end this video right here.